Okay, dear friends. So a student, this we are solving right now, 2024 May June paper 6 variant 2, and under our consideration right now is the question number 4, which is a planning question, always of 7 marks. So a student sets up a flexible track at the edge of a bench. The student investigates a metal ball as it rolls from rest down the track and travels through the air. The metal ball travels a horizontal distance d through the air, and it lands in a tray of sand. What distance d? See, this is coming down from here and then of course in air and falls on the sand. So what is the horizontal distance? This c from the point of landing from here till here, whatever the space it will find, distance it will find, distance it will travel, sorry, alhamdulillah, that is the d. This d we are checking, but what are the factors which can affect this d? Two factors are there. Before I read, I'm going to read the previous rest of the part of the question. See, this is a flexible track. This one is a flexible track. What can I do? For this flexible track, my dear friends, I can stretch it. This flexible track, even I can stretch it, or I can fold it closer. So when right now it is shown, if I'm making it more curved, so it's high, it will be more steeper. So it will fall down, or the ball will be rolling down at greater speed, and it will be traveling more distance. In general, what is believed, one way is I can change the height. I can make this flexible track more higher, steeper, in other words. Second is I can use the balls, different metal balls are given. I can justify, or I can test the mass of the balls. So smaller masses will be rolling down comparatively at slower speed, but greater mass, it will be rolling at greater speed. So of course then it means it will be covering a greater distance. So what we can do, we can either change the different heights for every reading. We can take one height, not height of the ball. We will keep the ball at the same height, not same height, means same point, like here every time on this. But we can make like this, we can make it curved, and we can make it more and more, let me say, steeper. So when it will be more steeper, so falling down, rolling down with greater speed and covering greater distance in general. Or we can have small mass ball, then medium mass, then maximum mass, like this. So different masses of the ball we can use, and then let them roll down. So even that will be okay. So now come back here, and in this case, first of all, 7 minutes, so you can take even 5 minutes just to think what to do in all such scenarios. Now see what is mentioned here. Again I'm reading. A student sets up a flexible track at the edge of a bench. The student investigates a metal ball as it rolls down from rest down the track and travels through air. That air is the distance which is traveling, and we are measuring that distance d. The metal ball travels a horizontal distance d through the air and lands in a tray of sand placed on the floor. Now plan an experiment to investigate how one variable affects the size of this distance d. So one variable, it can be mass, it can also be the height of the track, like this. I will go with mass. So the apparatus available include the flexible track, clamp, the clamp, boss and stand to support the track. As you can see, there is a clamp. This is clamp, stand, bench and everything. And then selection of metal balls. So it means different balls are there and they are with different masses. In your plan, state the one variable that you have chosen to investigate and list any additional apparatus needed to measure this variable. So I will say the mass of the ball ball is the variable that will be investigated. That will be investigated, and you know, physical balance and physical balance is needed. Physical balance is needed to measure its mass. So first 2 points actually I have. See this one and this one. Explain how to do the experiment. Now think first of all what to do. You can adjust the flexible track as shown in figure, then mark a point on the track and let the ball to roll from that point and measure the distance of the ball, horizontal distance of the ball traveled. Then repeat the same procedure with the balls of different masses. That is how do you will perform this experiment. How will be you performing this experiment? State the key variables to be kept constant. One is the height on the track or the length of the track through which the ball is rolling down. Length of the track for the ball to roll. Second, the angle of the track. You know, we are not going to change the angle of the track, so the angle of the track also must be kept constant. Then draw a table with column heading. So table, of course, we have only two variables. One is the mass in grams, another one you can say the distance in centimeters. How to use these readings to reach a conclusion? So my dear friends, again as usual, plot a graph of distance in centimeter on y-axis and mass in grams on x-axis, and then take at least 5 sets of data. Take at least 5 sets of data. Why? Take at least 5 sets of data so that you can plot a graph with ease and your results will be more reliable. So I'm writing all these points one by one. If there is any confusion or question in the mind of anybody, please feel free. You people can ask me. So now explain how to do this experiment. Okay. Adjust the apparatus as shown in figure. Take one ball, measure its mass, and roll it down the track from a fixed point or marked point. Then also measure the horizontal distance it travels. That is the working, but always, as I told you, we are adding one thing in this method, that repeat the same procedure or method. Repeat the same method by, independent variable, by using balls of different masses. By using balls of different masses. Next, key variables to be kept constant. You can say now uh, angle of the flexible track. Angle of the flexible track simply means how much you are going to stretch it. So angle of the flexible track and length of the track along which the ball rolls down. Length of the track along which the ball rolls down. It should not be changing every time. It must be kept constant. Then the next point is, of course, draw a table with column headings. So table we can draw like the mass independent variable, the first column. Second column will be the dependent variable, which is the horizontal distance in centimeters. And no readings we are ever entering. It's not from our side because we are not performing the experiment. You are not required to enter any readings in the table. Explain how to use these readings to reach a conclusion. So next is now plot graph of distance in centimeters on y-axis and mass in grams on x-axis to reach a conclusion. And last, as I told you, take at least 5 sets of data so that you can plot a graph or reach a conclusion, or even you can say when you will take 5 sets of data, so you can then compare the results even for different masses and the distances, and then you can reach a conclusion of your experiment. Yes, you can say that is as a precaution, and precaution they didn't ask that. Yes, Mahad, you are saying that we should not push the ball, it will be just freely rolling down, but that is a precaution, and precaution they did not ask here basically. Okay. No, Maida, it is recommended by the examiners that all the answers should be in the form of a paragraph. Answers should be in the form of what? A paragraph. So this is more recommended instead of writing the points. They have used the bullet points so that we can lazim focus those things. Otherwise, there is nothing like this. Okay, so please, any other question, my dear friends? Okay, so now Saturday 4:30, 4:40. Okay, no problem, we will take on Saturday. I think Saturday big issue, more issue, so we will start 4:30, 4:40 like this till 5:50, because 5:55, 5:56 like this will be the iftar time. Our timings we will clear, and I will send you a message inshallah. And I am sure as within first week things will be settled, and we can take the lessons with and we will stretch our time inshallah, class timings. Stay blessed all of you, and happy Ramadan. Pray to Almighty Allah for your success, of course, in exams in dunya and akhirah inshallah. Stay blessed all of you. Take care, and assalamu alaikum.